Good morning, everybody. Trust you doing well and having a blessed day so far. There's been some reaction regarding the BEE video that I did. Luckily, it's not that bad, but I know BEE is a very, very touchy subject in our country. A lot of people agree with it, a lot of people don't. Like I said in the previous one, I agree with the policy, not everything on it. Like one of the things that I'm not in agreement with is the fact that QSEs, hey, that's now your qualifying enterprises. The threshold for that is your 10 million to 50 million annual turnover. It used to be all enterprises, whether you're below 51% black, whether you are 51% and more, or whether you are 100% black owned. The criteria for BEE used to be that you need to fulfill to at least 4 categories, 4 elements. Okay, there were 4 priority elements that you need to adhere to, proving that you are doing your part to implement BEE within your company. The reason I have a problem with that is, this means if you are myself, I'm 100% black owned, okay, because I fall under colored. So the black would be the black person, colored, and Indian. Okay, so my company, I'm currently an EME. Okay, I'm an emerging enterprise. Okay, so my company is currently 100% black owned. If I were to in future be able to grow to a QSE, which is the 10 million to 50 million annual turnover, that would mean currently, as it is now, the policy, I do not have to implement BEE in my company to be deemed as 100% black owned and have my level 1 BEE rating. Okay, even though for me personally it would be of benefit, I'm still not in agreement with it, because there are the companies that are not 51% black owned. That's below that. Let's call it what it is. That's white owned. Okay, so they try their utmost to, within the other elements, remember you have ownership, and the ownership factor is the biggest factor, because that's where they call it black owned or white owned. Okay, now if it's a white owned company, then they have to work their butts off with all the other elements and comply with it as far as possible to get most possible points to give them a good rating. Okay, because as you know, the one criteria for ownership, if it's white owned, it's a level 4. Okay, so now automatically when it comes to management control, when they do their verification, they would have to have black people in certain managerial positions, junior, middle, senior, depending on the company structure and what they do and what kind of levels of management they are. Okay, so that has to be taken care of. Then you have preferential procurement. They would have to make sure to purchase their goods from BEE rated companies, and not just BEE rated, but also with level 1 and level 2 to give the preferential procurement a boost. The skills development, they're gonna have to put a lot into that for skills development, okay, for their staff. Then same with supplier and enterprise development, okay, where they give up and coming 100% or 51% and more black owned companies the opportunity to firstly be an enterprise and develop them in the sense of, if you normally pay your accounts within 30 days, you might pay them within 14 days. Or maybe you see that they require certain equipment, or they have a cash flow problem to be able to sort you out with a product that you need. Maybe that company helps them with a loan in order to get this stuff sorted, etc. Okay, so they need to adhere to enterprise development as well as supply development and also the socio-economic development. Okay, so there are different categories, there are different elements, my apologies, different elements in it. So they need to they need to choose on which elements they can adhere to as far as possible. Okay, and skills is very, very important. Your enterprise development is there. Ownership, they can't do anything about ownership. It is what it is. Okay, now my problem that I have is that these white-owned companies, they have to work very, very hard to implement BEE. And they're still in the same category, the 10 million to 50 million. Now you have the 51% to 100% black-owned company. They don't even have to implement BEE to get their rating. This means that if a company is 100% black-owned, and their annual turnover is between 10 million and 50 million, they currently, as the policy states now, they have no obligation to implement BEE in their company. And that's what I have a problem with. As long as they can prove that it's a black-owned company, they have no obligation, or they don't have to be responsible to do it. They have a choice. And that's what I have a problem with. Because at the end of the day, shouldn't everybody in some extent be implementing BEE? Shouldn't there for all companies be the, let's say, even if it's a minimum, I mean, it's really only 4 categories, 4 elements, so they automatically qualify in ownership. They might even automatically qualify in management control, where they might get their full points, because it's black owned, it's black run. Why are they not, why don't they have to adhere to any of the other elements? Because it's in the other elements that they also have to prove implementation of BEE. Remember, when it comes to management control, that's just a matter of saying, listen, so I have this person, he's in charge of finance, this person in charge of admin, HR, etc., etc. So it's management positions, it's black people that's in those positions, then they get their score. What about the rest? So which means they don't have to worry about who they purchase what from. They don't have to worry about enterprise or supply development or socioeconomic development or skills development, because currently the policy is not holding them accountable for it, and that's what I have a problem with. Surely everybody should be giving back. If you have that amount of turnover, 10 million to 50 million rand turnover, surely you should be able to give money back to BEE. And the policy should make it that the verification agencies must have some power. They shouldn't just be the blanket, okay, it's 100% black owned, no problem, level 1, there we go. Surely all those companies that have the money available should also be implementing BEE. And that's what I have a problem with. There still needs to be some fairness, some level of fairness. Remember, I know that BEE is broad-based black economic empowerment, and I understand that. But keep in mind, the 100% black-owned company already has 2 elements of the 4 that they need to adhere to as, let's say, in their pocket. It's a done deal. So why shouldn't they be able to prove that they are also implementing BEE? So yes, the government wants to have stricter laws, etc. There's a lot of fronting taking place, but those are one of the loopholes. That's exactly one of the loopholes. So which means if you are a white person and you can afford, and now what happens currently, now they pay somebody else to run the company, be the owner, etc. But behind that is somebody else, because the playing field is not level, it's not even. And even what's wrong with some advantage? because currently black owned already has a massive advantage. So why all the advantage? Surely there should still be some verification taking place. And that used to happen. And since that was taken away, there's more fronting has been taking place because the government themselves have created a loophole in that category, in the QSE category. Because remember, if you're a generic company and your turnover is 15 million or more, you automatically have to adhere to all elements, irrespective if you're black owned or white owned. But the loophole has been created within the QSE enterprises, the 10 million to 50 million. And that's where my problem comes in. It's one thing to give the black person an advantage, but don't create loopholes. Don't, I want to phrase it correctly. Don't tempt people, because that's temptation. Because people will always try to find out where they can bend rules or policies, etc. And that's a massive, massive loophole that you as government have created, which is very, very unfair. Some advantages, because remember, it's empowerment. It's not full advantage, it's black economic empowerment. Empowerment is giving somebody a step up, giving somebody some advantage, but you're giving everybody full advantage in that sense. And for me, even though I would benefit as well, I still don't feel it's right. Because I feel that each company, black-owned company, if you're within that category, obviously you're making enough money to be able to prove that you are implementing BEE. So I want to challenge those companies. Even though you don't have to, why not prove it? Why not show it? And show everybody that you don't need a policy to stand behind you to say, I'm washing my hands, I don't have to do anything, the policy says so. Show them you're better. Even though we have the advantage, show you better. Because we can be better. We can do better. Because at the end of the day, it's one thing to want to be empowered. What about the rest? There are so many other companies, so many other EMEs that need assistance. Why not help them with enterprise and supply development? A lot of our people need skills. There's so many people unemployed. Why not do skills development? So many organizations in our communities that need assistance. Why not be involved in that? If you are, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If not, why not? Don't stand behind the policy. Show you better, because you can do better. Because that's what we need. Even though the advantage is there, it doesn't have to be that you can say, I'm sorry, I don't have to do anything. No, you can still do something. So please try your best to implement BEE where you can. The country needs it. There are so many organizations in need of assistance. Why not do it? Why not just do it? I'm an EME. My turnover is dismal, but I'm still helping my community. I'm still helping other local businesses with the local business support program that I have. And with that program, I do free marketing posters, free social media marketing, free business advice, same as what I'm doing right now. So you actually have no excuse. No excuse at all. So don't stand behind the policy. Show you better. Be better. Because you can be better. Let's go over to some business mentions. So we have Lesleys for him and her. So it's Lesleys Spa treatments. So she's currently running a special now for November, where you can choose any of the two for 200 Rand. So you can choose between gel, hands or feet, mani or pedi with color, soak off, brow wax, underarm wax, lip and nose wax, lip and eye mask, tummy line wax, bikini wax, foot exfoliation, leg exfoliation, anti-cellulite massage, foot massage. So all genders are welcome, with a booking at 65 Caden Street in Somerset West. And on Facebook she's Lesleys Spa Treatments, and there's also mobile services available if you need it. And you can contact Leslie on 082 801 6407, 082 801 6407. Then she has a range of treatments. You can find it on her Facebook page as well. So there's different massages like full body for 500, aromatherapy 550, scalp and neck 250, back, neck and shoulders 250, anti-cellulite 200, and if you want to add hard stones, it's $50. She also does nails. So there's gel polish for 150, acrylic and tips 300 rand, press on with gel is 170, polygel with tips is 350, mani-pedi with color is 150, soak off 70 rand, and nail art 5 to 25 rand. Then waxing, brow, lip, nose, chin for 150. There's underarm for 100 rand, cheek and neckline for 200 rand, half or full arm, that's now 130 rand for half arm, 160 for full arm, chest or back is 260, tummy line and bikini 200, Brazilian 250, Hollywood 300, half a leg 160, full leg is 200 rand. And in exfoliations from 50 to 450 rand for full body. All exfoliations with wax less 50%. And all services are available for him and her. And 65 Caden Street in Somerset West. Contact 082 801 6407. And mobile services are also available. So that's Lesleys Spa Treatments. Then we also have JnB Beauty Box. She currently has specials with Courtney for gel hands for 100 rand, gel toes for 100 rand, full pedicure for 160. Please note, it's only plain sets. So you can contact Jenna on 078 555 0204. Then she also has an acrylic ombre for 200 rand, and you save 40 rand for with that special. And note, nail arts and soak off excluded. Okay, so she's in the Strand area, and you can contact her on 078 555 0204. Keep in mind that their bookings get filled up very, very quickly. I know for almost the whole of December they already booked, so you have to hurry. If you want to get a booking, make sure you contact Jenna very, very soon, because the bookings fly just like that and she gets booked out very, very quickly. So contact her on 078 555 0204. Okay. Then we also have another company, that's Levende Dienste. So they do wheelie bin cleaning, and they also, with their high pressure cleaner, they can also do your paving and walls if you need it. The weekly clean for the wheelie bin, that's 130 rand per month, and the fortnight clean is 80 rand per month. So the nice thing about them is that they also use environment friendly products, so also saving the planet while cleaning your bin. Okay, so you can contact Ulrich on 078 586 0345, 078 586 0345. Then we also have Mikoz. Okay, so Mikoz has different kinds of services that he provides. So you have Mikoz Pest Control, you have Mikoz Roof Cleaning, and Mikoz Extreme. So which is gardening, grass cutting, tree felling, weed control, landscaping, irrigation, and rubble removals. And you can contact Mikoz on 067 074 2914. So whether it's for gardening, roof cleaning, or pest control, it's Mikoz at 067 074 2914. also here, Strand, Helderberg area. Then there's Helderberg Funeral Home Service. Okay, Strand based. You can contact Melbourne on 083 369 9507. That's the WhatsApp. And their contact number is 073 297 3891. They have excellent service. I can't find fault with this service. I know a lot of people that have made use of this service. We've made use of this service in the past ourselves. Brilliant, brilliant service. From start to finish. They go out of their way to help and assist where possible. They really go the extra mile. This is one funeral home service I have no problem in promoting, because I've had first-hand experience with their service, and that's why I never have a problem recommending, and everybody that I do recommend to them is always grateful. So you can contact them on 073 297 3891, and that's Helderberg Funeral Home Service, and they're also here in Strand, but they can also move in the whole Helderberg area or wherever you need them. Okay, so I want to thank you for your time. Keep in mind that business mentions are 10 Rand per session, so you can contact me on 082 562 9343, 082 562 9343 to arrange your business mentions. So I'm going to thank you for your time once again, and chat to you soon.